That shot should leave no doubt as to where we are tonight. It's the Toyota Center here in downtown Houston, Texas. Seems like we've been here before. Yes, it is Groundhog Day. And we welcome you to this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Brett Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. You found to defend.
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin. The reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, they would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points. And
Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. Now let's take a look at the starters for New Orleans. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spot. Favors is out there with Brandon Ingram. And it's Williamson in at the 3 spot. And for the Rockets, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. Tucker and Capella are up front. And it's House in at the 3. Again, Holiday missing. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Westbrook. There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin. I mean, it is really like he's jumping off of a trampoline out there. Westbrook can do anything he wants when he gets up like that.
Now here's Ingram. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Memphis. Williamson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And maybe a deep breath moment for them. They're now 1 for 4 to start the game.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Goes up the baseline. Favors with the rebound.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Ball dishes to Ingram. To Williamson, just 5 to shoot. Here's Ball. Here's Favors. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
For Houston, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Westbrook passes to House. To Westbrook, launches it. Here's Capella. Pelicans pull it in. Their last encounter was in New Orleans.
Yeah, I remember last time they met up, they just got ran out of the building. They weren't too happy with some of the calls in that game either.
Yeah, they wound up with a lot of foul trouble, but that's on them. The officials were calling it tight, and they never really adjusted. They kept committing fouls, kept complaining, and the game kept getting out of control. Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Williamson kicks to Favors. Here's Ball. Rebound by House.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
You know, it seemed like once it went to overtime, the confidence from both teams just really seemed to go in opposite directions. And unfortunately for them, they were on the wrong side of that equation.
And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 4-point game. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 8.
And that's just shaking my head moments right there. Westbrook, as fast as he is, can stop on a dime, rise up, and the defender's helpless.
Now here is Holiday. A 26-point game for him in the win against Memphis.
Yeah, but his shot blocking was a factor as well. 3 on the game. Just a major presence on the D.
The Pelicans come into this one after the win against Memphis. Harden outside. And the pass to Capella. Over ball. A putback. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
On the wing, Holiday, guarded by Harden. Holiday dishes to Favors. Puts up a three. It's rebounded by Houston.
Well, you knew after the Paul George trade that the Thunder would look to sell on Westbrook as well. Just part of the rebuild at this point. His agent did well to get him to a team looking to compete. A great fit for a player in this stage of Russ's career.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Going to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And it's just never easy to get stops in this league, but they had a smart game plan defensively, and I felt like that was the difference.
Well, good defensive game plan and then carrying it out for 48 minutes. That really helped them out in that last game.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. Now, here's Redick. A 14-point game for him in the win against Memphis. Count it. The Rockets have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Outside Gordon. Beyond the arc. And another three for Houston.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Now here's Okafor. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Outside Gordon. He kicks it to Rivers. Back to Gordon. Pass to McLemore. Lets the three fly. Sinks the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pelicans trail by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rivers against Jackson. Sweet little floater.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
The Rockets have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. This is it to McLemore. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Hart the pass to Okafor. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
All the officials are all over that one.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws of this game. No good on that one. No good on the second free throw. Rockets leading by 6. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looks like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Rivers. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level 6 man for the rest of his career.
Well, injury is such a reoccurring theme for the Pelicans in the past couple seasons. Funny to hear Alvin Gentry even joke about consulting a witch doctor down there in the Bayou. But new athletic trainer coming in, hired away from the Phoenix Suns. They have a tremendous and have had a tremendous reputation, hoping to improve their health of all these young players. Really enjoy his work on the inside. The D was there, but helpless.
Kicks it out to Gordon. A three. A shot off that time, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Now here's Redick. He's tightly guarded. There's 37 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. There's Jackson with the three. Pelicans keep it alive. And it's Okafor missing.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space, just clanked it.
Here's Cephalosha. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Pass to McLemore for the three. Cans it from downtown. And the Rockets lead by 9.
I like that, staying alert. Rivers keeping his head up to find the open man.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Rockets lead by 9. And we'll be back with you right after this. Greg, nowadays it's all about pushing the pace.
And it's an offensive-oriented league now. When you execute and really look to attack, it puts the opposition on their heels.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what do you think?
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Cephalosha is out there with Gordon, and it's Chandler, then it's McLemore, and it's Rivers in at the point guard. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Now here's Jackson. He dishes it to Moore. Outside, Redick lets it go from deep. Connects from three-point range. Redick's got 5.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
Moore, pass to Okafor. It's stolen by McLemore. And here we go. Fast break. McLemore's got it. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive scheme, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh or to...
Yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talked about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
Now here's Jackson. Lets a floater go, and it's good on the way-in. Jackson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for New Orleans. Now a timeout called by Houston.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor. So for the Pelicans, We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Favors.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Westbrook, no good. Pelicans trail by 9. Pulls up. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And the rebound goes to the Pelicans.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And the dunk by Williamson.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Takes a 3. Another miss by Westbrook.
Well, after getting off to a great start, hitting those first 2 shots, he's definitely regressed a little bit in this quarter.
Now, here's Ball. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Holiday.
That's confident shooting there from Drew Holiday. Got his coaches and teammates saying, yes, take that one.
Here's Tucker. After Drew Holiday's score, off the mark from 16 feet out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Stolen by Harden. That one's off, still out of sync. Pelicans trail by 3. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
Here is House. Brandon Ingram picking up that last bucket. House kicks it to Tucker. Just 5 on the clock. Yes, that goes in. Tucker's got his first points of the game.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by New Orleans.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And if there was ever a definition of a glue guy, Greg, it would be P.J. Tucker. He's so valuable to his team.
You know, P.J. gives you production in every way, and his impact really goes beyond the stats. All the little things that coaches want their players to do, that's really the motto of Tucker's game.
On defense, Houston, they've led by as many as 11 points. And finished off by Williamson.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Now here's Westbrook. A 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously, put on a passing clinic.
No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And here is Capella. A 24-point outing in their last game against Dallas.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim.
Now, here's Ball. The 10-footer. And it's Williamson missing. Harden surveying the D. Another miss by Houston.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Ingram passes to Melly. Back to Ingram. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And not only can Ingram score from the perimeter, but he can also contribute inside. The way he releases his shot makes it very difficult to block.
And here's Harden for three. Again, the miss by Harden.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And now a look at the point guards who have been taking matters into their own hands this past month. These are the top scorers at their position. Russell Westbrook is second.
And this is a group of guys who have that uncanny knack to simply score and put points up while they find ways to get the rest of the team involved. Really the complete package.
Well, he is the modern point guard defined. Players who aren't just out there to direct traffic and keep the ball moving, but guys who can be the entire offense at times by themselves. Just tremendous scorers. No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Hart kicks to Okafor. Here's Redick. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's M.O. all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
New Orleans shooting their fifth and 6 free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
It feels like J.J. Redick has every part of this game buttoned up, especially when it comes to getting high percentage and quality shots.
New Orleans making a switch here. Hayes is checked in. And both free throws good for Redick.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Outside Westbrook. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
Well, Westbrook does everything with tremendous confidence. Even though the numbers aren't there, he pulls up from three and knocks it down.
Jackson passes to Hart. Outside, Redick. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. Tucker. Rebounded by Jackson.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
With the floater. And no good that time. Westbrook with the nice D there. To the middle. Here's Tucker. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's a 3-point Houston lead.
Incredible assist there from Gordon.
Thanks so much, Dave, for
Got a 3-point lead. Kenny?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the floor for Alvin Gentry as we get into the second half. Ball and Holiday combine at the guard spots. Williamson out there with Brandon Ingram, and it's Favors in at the center.
It's funny when Russell slows down, he gets a little more crafty with his moves and his pacing, leaving the defense right there helpless.
Outside Favors. To the inside. It's stolen by Capella. And here comes House, leading the fast break. Ball with the rebound.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Kicks it to Holiday. Over Harden. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Drew Holiday.
Now I'm looking over at the coaching staff, smiles on their face. That's what they want. Holiday very skilled at getting to that spot and hitting a J.
Some solid defense from Ingram.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Capella sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Pelicans ball.
.90 seconds now into the second half. It's Ingram on the wing. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. If you were choosing a center for the team that you ran, you've got these options: Joel Embiid, Big Cat, or Jokic in Denver. Who do you go with?
There's so much variety in their games, Kevin. And I appreciate what Jokic does so much for that Denver Nuggets offense, initiating as a center from the top. But I'm going to have to go with Embiid and the way that he can dominate the game. There's still so much potential and growth for what it is that he can do. Down on the block, doing damage, taking away a lot of three-point shots. Not to disparage what it is that Karl Anthony Towns can do, but his size and dominance, I think there's an intimidation factor that Joel Embiid brings to the game that I would lean on over the other two.
Offensive rebound. Here's Capella, and the rejection by Favors.
This is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
And Holiday kicks to Ingram. And there's the pass to Williamson for the lead. It's rebounded by Houston. Westbrook's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
He scores in so many different ways, but most of them have to do with attack mode and aggressiveness.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Williamson. Over Harden. And it's Williamson missing. Rockets leading by 3. Down low. And it's Westbrook missing. The Pelicans have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively.
And Ingram is just so long. I mean, he covers a ton of space and just so quick in transition.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Houston with a big group substitution here. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Clint Capella. Cephalosha comes in for P.J. Tucker. McLemore's checked in for Danuel House. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook. Now Rivers. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Derek Favors.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
The Rockets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
That free throw good for McLemore. And McLemore drops them both. Pelicans trail by 3. Ingram outside. 3rd quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Passes it to Williamson. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Shot clock at 2. Snatched up. Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Brandon Ingram. He's right around 17 points tonight, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know, in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
Old free throw is good for Ingram.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Rivers against Ball. Harden outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Harden's got his first basket.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Ball, the pass to Holiday. Not going to go that time. And Houston the other way now. They've led by as many as 11 points. And stolen by Williamson. For the finish. And finished off by Williamson.
The fast hands of Williamson there. Adept at reading the opposition and then the anticipation for the steal. And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. That one goes in. 12 points for Brandon Ingram.
And with Ingram, he can score from anywhere. His jump shot is money, and his drives to the hoop, they're lethal.
And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. 3-point lead. Pass to McLemore. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
For the Rockets, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Chandler. Daniel House comes in for Cephalosha. And Eric Gordon subbed in for Austin Rivers. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Hayes, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Josh Hart comes in for Williamson. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. And it's Etuan Moore checking in for Lonzo Ball. Rockets leading by 5. And McLemore kicks to Harden. Great look, but off the mark.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
It's good.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is good. And the Rockets lead by 5.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Outside, Redick. 1:02 left to play here in the third. Hayes. It's rebounded by Houston. Now here's McLemore. He's got 15. The pass to Harden. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, exceptional play there to take the bump and still get it to fall.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Houston. Okafor's checked in for the Pelicans. Ball comes in for Josh Hart. Harden no good on the free throw.
And the way Harden plays the game, incredible. So much energy and really as creative as they come.
Moore passes the ball. Back to Moore. Harden against Ball. 5 on the clock. The tray. And he's good on the 3-ball. Ball's got 5 now.
And no doubt the release point is a bit unorthodox in terms of Ball's shooting technique. But, man, can he slingshot it home from deep.
Westbrook with it. 17 points in the game. Lets it go with the 3. Missed. The third quarter comes to a close. Rockets on top.
Between them And what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Houston, Tucker and Capella are up front. Gordon out there with Russell Westbrook, and it's House in at the 3, the small forward. Pelicans trail by 4. Ingram kicks the ball. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the height of ball really allows him to finish over the defense. Even when you make contact, he just seems to power through with his size.
Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down hard.
Big hops from the backcourt.
Oh, absolutely. And maybe just what they need to get this game, GA, going in their direction.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point play. That's on J.J. Redick.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Williamson is checked in for Redick. And it's Holiday in for E'Twaun Moore. Williamson kicks the ball. Now the dish to Favors. Feeds it to Ingram. A 3-ball. Ball no good. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They've led by as many as 11 points. And the dunk by Capella.
I don't think the timing could have been any better as Russell Westbrook does a great job of taking advantage of the defense.
Ball against Westbrook. Here's Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Here's Capella. Pelicans pull it in. Favors has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game. Oh, and he went for the 2-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Westbrook can't get it to go.
He was terrific shooting the ball in the first half, but he looks a little bit slower out there, possibly leg tired here in the second half.
Pass to Williamson. The kick out to Holiday. It's good. This game is all even. Holiday's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, does that help. When Drew Holiday's connecting from the 3-point line, it opens up so much of the floor.
For 3, Westbrook. The Rockets with a new 14. Capella with the bucket.
You know what? The switch has flipped, and he's in that proverbial zone right now, knocking down 3 of 4 here in the 4th.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Alvin Gentry said to his team. He said to them, that's the kind of effort we need to bring every night. We're right in this thing, but it's going to take sustained effort to close it out. Now let's bring it home. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Ingram attacking. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it clean with them. They are just killing him on the interior.
Pelicans trail by 3. Ball feeling it out a bit. This is to Ingram. Six on the shot clock. Elbow shot is on the way. The shot comes out, so Houston will take it the other way. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
He kicks to Ingram. Over House. That one's in there. Rocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Ingram.
And he's shaking off that slow start, giving them a boost here in the second.
Now a timeout called by Houston. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup, and for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
And the way he's made his mark with his work inside, he's just been a slasher tonight. Always moving, getting to the basket at will, and just seemingly taking advantage of a D that was reluctant to get in his way.
And he's back in business as a jumper finally drops for him. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter. Pelicans trail by 3. Here's Ball. And here's Holiday. And it's in there.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Harden outside. Offline with his 3.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
Holiday against Harden. Here is House. Over Favors. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. .152 left in the fourth quarter. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
Here's Westbrook. It's deflected.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allowing him to collect a good number of block shots.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. The fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got 9 points in the quarter.
And the outcome on the line, Holiday comes through with a crucial bucket there.
Westbrook against Favors. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. He sinks the clutch free throw.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Holiday goes in. No good on that one. And Houston the other way now. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
They have to be careful with the ball.
Tucker. It falls!
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 2. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Hey, they do have enough time here if they shoot quickly to get the 2 for 1. We'll see if they try.
Holiday dishes to Favors. Rebounded by Capella. And it's Harden with the ball for Houston. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Shot clock at 6. Three-pointer. Cans the three.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 5. 7 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
So we see the Rockets get the win here. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.